Voiceover off. Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to tell you the story about my wisdom teeth removal back in 2020, August, during the pandemic. So I had recently, in that time period, was just walking around, minding my own business until I felt something in my mouth, and I'm like, what is this? And then, what do I know? What do I know? There is a tooth in the back of my mouth, and I'm like, ah, crap. This is probably a wisdom tooth or something. So I'm like wandering around, just panicked in my head because I knew this may be the possibility of me getting wisdom teeth removal. So I went to my mom and she looked at it, and it was indeed a wisdom tooth. And I'm like, man, we need to watch this carefully. And then also, I've been having some headaches during that time period as well, which really hurt, and it was in the sinuses. And then so, we all go to the dentist. We had a dentist appointment in June or July. Yes, it was July. So we went there. What is on my X-ray? 4 wisdom teeth, not all the way grown in yet. And I had to get it removed because, impacted, or I just didn't want to risk it, so scheduled an appointment with an oral surgeon. And by the way, he was amazing. He was very, very professional. The office was just great, clean in there, music playing, everything. So we go to the consultation. I don't meet him that day, but I do meet him on surgery day. It's understandable. So I get in there, take an X-ray again just to confirm why I need to be removed and stuff. And they said I would receive IV sedation / the deep sedation. I would be basically on the edge of consciousness, but in a very controlled deep sleep. It's not general anesthetic, but it's very close though. It was deep sedation. It's not like general anesthesia, but you're still very well asleep. You don't know what's happening. The difference is the general anesthetics, you are completely out and your muscles are paralyzed, which makes you need the breathing tube. Deep sedation, you still have your airways intact. Anyways, they just basically set up to go all the way to sleep. But man, later on I saw it was deep sedation. But anyways, let's continue. So we get that figured out. I'm getting nervous at this point because I get nervous of the pain after surgery. Speaking of tomorrow, I'm getting ingrown toenail removal, but I will be completely under general anesthesia for this one. I'm not very, very nervous. I am nervous though, but not to the point where I'm going to panic. But let's get my mind off of that and keep going with the wisdom teeth story. But yeah, anyways, I scheduled my surgery for August of 2020. And the night before that, oh my god, I remember being so nervous. I was very, very shaky. Because it's in your mouth and stuff. And thing that made me nervous was after. And it's normal to be nervous after stuff like that. But anyways, the day of the surgery comes in, I remember being very shaky in the bed, not wanting to get up, but I knew I had to, because the surgery was at 11:15, and it was at the oral surgeon's office. So I get there, and they did a technique that I really like. I was in the procedure area, so when you take slow, deep breaths, so I did. Helps a lot. What also helped a lot is my mom and dad were teasing each other in the car, joking with each other, and that was great. Calmed me down a little bit. I meet the oral surgeon. He gets the IV started, and he numbed my arm with a cold spray, which absolutely helps if you're gonna have a needle stuck in you. If you're afraid of needles, you barely even feel it. That's how good it is. And then it's just me and the oral surgeon there, and the nurses are getting stuff ready, and the sedation is starting to be given to me. 3, 2, 1, dizzy, getting very lightheaded. I'm losing my awareness, and that I'm completely in the deep sedation. Which means I'm basically at the edge of consciousness, but they make it to where you don't remember or feel anything, or you cannot even respond or talk. You can tell how close it is to general anesthesia, but the airway was intact when I was in the deep sleep-like state. No, you are not aware, you don't remember anything in the deep sedation. Anyways, I remember waking up after that. My mouth felt so weird, and I had forgotten that they were going to numb me. And so I realized that I was numb. With gauze in my mouth, I was very dreamy-like state, very dizzy from the anesthetic slash sedation. I can't talk right, oh my gosh. But I was completely loopy and dream-like state, like I said, from the anesthesia slash sedation. So, you know, I'm loopy slash dream-like state. I come out of the car and I'm like, I come out of the, why can't I talk right? I come out of the dental chair, it's still in the operating area, to the car, and I'm like, let's have a good time and say some funny words. And yeah, it was a very funny time in the car. Such stuff that I would not normally say, but I was very aware of it. But in the very loopy, dream-like state. Some people don't even remember saying stuff like that. So I get home and we take medications right away so I don't feel any of the pain that was to come after it wore off. I did, however, feel it for just a second. It's a little bit throbbing or sharp, but it wasn't like sharp pain, like, ow, oh my god. It wasn't like that, because it was just starting to wear off. And no infections, no complications. I was eating normal stuff for 3 to 4 days and drinking sodas again. So yeah, don't worry, guys. If you want to have the experience like I did, go find a good oral surgeon. And stay tuned for my ingrown toenail surgery story.
Voiceover. Take picture. Stop recording.